Welcome to the Waterloo School Student News, Bunger Middle School Edition. I'm Landon. Our 8th grade band members traveled to East High to learn about what to expect next year and play with current band members. Here's more about this awesome experience.
Today was an event for 8th grades just so they can get a sense of what it's like to be in high school band, sight reading, reading with high school students who have had the experience playing in a large group, and just to get them excited about being in high school next year. I'm hoping that they go back to their school saying, I am pumped about coming to high school. I am pumped about being in marching band, concert band, pep band, maybe even jazz band. And that was the purpose of them listening to jazz, so they could get a sense of it's not just concert band and marching band. It's all-encompassing all styles of music.
You guys got any questions about band or high school?
They really like that mentorship that they get to do. They did that in the fall with the marching band, and they love giving them information, giving them positive, exciting news about high school band and why they need to stay, because it's not just about playing in music, it's about developing a sense of family and finding friends before that first day of school, and just being involved in a successful organization for 4 years that's year-round. That really means a lot to people. We've been plateauing right at about 60 to 65 lately, which is really significant compared to 29 when I first came here 9 years ago. Retention has been a little here and there, which is one of the reasons why we need to keep these recruitment events going so that we can retain those numbers. I'm hoping with the group that we had up here, we can bump that up to at least 80, if not a little bit more.
Our boys basketball team played against Hoover Middle School, and as a player, I think we played great. Check out their highlights.
1, 2, 3, 1!
Hip Hop Literacy promotes writing and creativity through hip hop music. Students at Cunningham are having a lot of fun creating their own songs and music videos. Let's learn more.
Do anything I put my mind so I can be great when it's time so I can. There's nothing I cannot be. I can. There's nothing that can stop me.
Hip hop literacy is basically showing the components of literacy, reading and writing within hip hop.
Hip hop literacy is the best. You have to learn through it. You have to pick up your flow from it. You have to make an agreement with other people. and you have to learn about the topic, like what you're going to choose for in your rap.
Before I got in hip hop literacy, I used to write raps and I didn't like them. But now hip hop literacy, I like all of my raps.
Allowing them to be able to use hip hop to work on their writing skills and how excited they were doing that, showing that authors in a traditional writing setting are comparable to writers who practice hip hop. Something that they're familiar with that relates to their background culturally. I'm also a hip hop artist as well, so it's just something I like to do. We're gonna have to do some revisions, and that's okay because remember, as writers don't always stick with the first draft. You might have a whole bunch of different drafts, multiple drafts. You guys know that from the writing that we do in the classroom. So
We learn about history, not just how through our raps to understand and like help other people understand.
I would write that down because what you write down in the information are going to be the facts that you spread lyrically. See which ones you think are the most important, and then you can incorporate those into your rhyme. In school, when we do their objectives, we write them as I can statements. So if they said, like, I can classify the attributes of a polygon, just basically stating the things that they can do, but I wanted them to be able to state those I cans over a beat and do it lyrically. We're going to show to the students here, you're going to show to the teachers, that everybody, what you learn, education is going to be your I can statements.
It's about teaching them not to give up and to say I can, not I can't.
I can do all things because I'm the only one can stop me. Sitting in my desk by the time that the bell rings. I can rap, I can clap all of my syllables. I can dribble down the court. It's work oh yep. I be like I'm supposed to, yep. You say I can't, I'ma show you, yep. There's a lot that I have been through. Let me think about it. There's nothing that I can't do. Brainstorming a topic that they want to write about, and then choosing the beat, and then getting a bank of vocabulary words that they want to use in their rhyme, and then structuring the lyrics, and then also like memorizing them. Out of all that, I mean, I really like seeing them put it together, but I think the best part for me is when they actually go to the studio and then seeing the looks on their face when they're like, is that me on this song? And they just love it, and then we usually come back and play it for the group or play it for the class, and they're just like looking at like, oh wow, you know, like they really did this, you know. So just seeing them accomplish something, that's probably the greatest thing that I get out of it. There's nothing I cannot be. I can. There's nothing that can stop me.
Kindergarten students at Lou Henry have a unique opportunity to learn a second language at a very young age. Here's more about the French language immersion class.
Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Gail Farber et j'enseigne le français.
My name is Kelly Latimer, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at the French Dual Language Immersion Kindergarten classroom at Lou Henry. We offered it to any of the kindergarten students in the other classes, and then the French ones were chosen automatically because they spoke French. So we had 12 of those, and we knew we wanted like another 12 English speakers. And there was a lot of interest, so we had the lottery system, and we would randomly draw names out. For the students learning English, I think it's easier for them to transfer their knowledge of French to English. So the more that they're practicing their French, it's easier for them to kind of pick up the English. And there's a lot of words that are really similar too. So if we're teaching something in French, we can just easily say, oh, this is how we say this in English. And then that kind of just bridges their knowledge.
Children acquire language. Adults have to learn it. It's very backward, actually, and defies everything we know about language learning, defies everything in the literature that we start kids in 9th grade in language. We should start them so much earlier. We should be following the European model because kids just suck it up like a sponge. And so their brains are soft, and they hear it once or twice, and they've got it.
Où est le chien? Il est hors de la maison.
They're spontaneously giving us French utterances. They're talking to each other in French. They absolutely know how to negotiate meaning with me now. They pay attention, they track, they have some language, they have a way in, and so now they're listening for the missing pieces. That's really exciting. And it also opens you up to an entirely different way of thinking. It's such a huge advantage for them.
It has been a whole new experience for me. There's been a lot of challenges, but it has been super fun, and I love the challenge, and just working together and coming up with these great ideas and kind of bouncing off of each other all the time and just kind of making it our own. It's been really great.
It's been a big change for me. Any teacher at any age is exciting when students learn. That's it, when they connect dots on their own. When I know that they know what they're talking about and they're demonstrating it and they're using it, that's happy. That's the best. It doesn't get any better than that for a teacher.
Thanks for watching and go Bunger Wolves.